Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Palm Coast 2023 State of the City presentation. I'm Lauren Johnston. I serve as the Assistant City Manager for the City of Palm Coast. This presentation is being broadcast live on the city's YouTube channel, as well as WNCF News Radio 94.9 FM. At this time, I want you all to stand for our Pledge of Allegiance, and then please remain standing for performance of our national anthem by Melanie DiMartino. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and of the brave?
Thank you, Melody, for that beautiful rendition. We are so glad that you could join us tonight to celebrate the success of 2022, followed by a glimpse into 2023. We'd like to extend a special welcome to our local elected officials and dignitaries in attendance with us tonight, including Palm Coast Mayor David Alfin, Vice Mayor Ed Dango, Council Member Teresa Carly Contieres, Council Member Nick Clufus, past Council Member Dave Ferguson, Commissioner Andy Dance, Commissioner Dave Sullivan, County Administrator Heidi Petito, Benell City Manager Alvin Jackson. Thank you all for taking the time to be here, for your continued support of our community. We look forward to sharing a special evening with you all. At this time, I am pleased to welcome our wonderful City Manager, Ms. Denise Pevin, to the podium as we begin our presentation.
It is an incredible honor and privilege to welcome you all to the City of Palm Coast 2023 State of the City. There is a powerful feeling of inspiration and unity across this room tonight. As your city manager, I have the pleasure of working closely with our city staff and witnessing the incredible things they do for our residents every day. In addition, it's our staff's character to connect with every resident to help build a more sustainable and innovative community and economy. So I am beyond excited for our mayor to share some of these success stories with you. In the daily bustle of our lives, it is easy to take things for granted. Things like clean water being accessible at the turn of a faucet, traffic signals that promote safe travel along our roadways, or having emergency medical services answering your call if you ever should dial 911. Most of these critical services are exactly what Palm Coasters have come to expect, and we continue to deliver. We want our residents to only focus on living and loving our beautiful Palm Coast and not worry about services. And your city council members are your ultimate supporters.
At the City of Palm Coast, we are committed to delivering exceptional service to our residents by making you our priority.
We are working to achieve this by taking an approach to local government that always keeps your needs, suggestions, and concerns in mind.
You can see examples of this collaborative effort and the impact of the incredible work of our over 600 employees everywhere you look.
In work being done to strengthen our local businesses and attract companies from around the country to our beautiful city.
In work currently underway to promote technological advancements geared at getting Palm Coasters ready for the opportunities of today and tomorrow.
And the work being done to protect and improve our incredible neighborhoods, roadways, infrastructure, and precious natural resources.
And in the work that ensures our one-of-a-kind park spaces, trails, programs, and events continue to enrich the lives of our residents and maintain the quality you have come to enjoy and expect.
These incredible accomplishments could not have been achieved without the work and dedication of our staff.
And the invaluable input we receive from our residents every step of the way.
Let me be clear, while we know there is still work to be done and always room for improvement,
We look forward to continuing to plan and build the future of our great city.
Together.
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 As you saw in that video, public service is a gratifying and challenging field. I am proud to share with you just how our employees met their challenges firsthand in 2022, and that they will continue to do so again this year. More than ever, our employees believe that Palm Coast is a place rich with opportunities for everyone. Our story is one of cooperation and teamwork. Now is the time to unite and share in the creative process while we plan and build our future together. It is now with great pride that I introduce our mayor, David Alphen, and ask him to join me at the podium.
Thank you so much, Denise, for sharing your wise perspective with us. The dedicated leadership and respect you have shown to your fellow employees has been a compelling reason our collaborative efforts were so successful this year. As I again welcome everyone, both in attendance here at the Community Center and those who are watching us at home or listening to us on the radio, I would like to reiterate our message this evening. Now is the time to plan and build our future together. As I look across the room, I am seeing the power of Palm Coast lies in our collective collaboration between residents, city staff, and elected officials. Our culture at City Hall is to listen so that we can better serve our mutual present and future needs. This year will mark the 24th year since the citizens of Palm Coast determined that they were prepared to take the lead in governing themselves by voting to become an official municipality in Florida. Over the years, we've watched Palm Coast transform from a small rural town to a multi-generational community, building together on our strengths and working hard to meet our difficult challenges. As Palm Coast's 4th mayor, I've had a ringside seat to witness many of the struggles, the humanity, the effort, and the effectiveness of the knowledge and compassion that motivates people in our city. We step up where and when we are needed. Our employees who work at City Hall, the fire stations, community center, or the water treatment plants keep services moving forward. Our residents who work at schools, large and small businesses, medical facilities, or factories from home, on job sites, or in vehicles,
looking to identify opportunities for growth and sharing resources with neighboring governments to serve our residents better, because at the City of Palm Coast, we believe that the best action plan always puts our residents' needs first.
We pride ourselves on building solid relationships with our neighboring cities and county governments to serve our residents better.
In 2022, we took proactive steps to ensure our community's economic and social health by aligning our legislative priorities with county government priorities, like safety through smart growth, community resiliency initiatives, and more.
Parks bring people together from all over our great city and beyond. That is why we are so happy to be working with county government to develop a master parks plan to ensure all our parks have what they need and our residents can continue to enjoy them for years to come. I am so excited to be able to announce that your city is collaborating with your county government to bring another fabulous fireworks show, celebrating our nation's independence on the 4th of July.
The collaborative efforts did not just end with the county. In 2022, your city took the lead in creating the first ever Flagler Crisis Communications Team, comprised of communication professionals from across the county, including the city of Bunnell, Flagler Beach, and more. The objective of this team is to keep all of our residents informed during an emergency or severe weather event. And the creation of this team couldn't have come at a better time. Am I correct, Chief Area?
That's right, Ms. Madden. In 2022, the City of Palm Coast experienced 2 hurricanes. And protecting our residents required a team effort that required an all-hands-on-deck approach from first responders countywide. Palm Coast firefighters prepared to respond to all manner of high-risk emergencies our residents may face, with preemptive training like the first of its kind active assailant training held in 2022, coordinated by the Flagler County Sheriff's Office PACE team at Fire Station 21.
While we hope active assailant events never occur in our hometown, we must prepare. Scene safety teaches that non-law enforcement first responders should stage until there is no longer a threat. recent tragic events have motivated first responders to take a new approach to active threats and shooter incidents. Unlike previous training scenarios, this training focused on getting our deputies and firefighters accustomed to working hand in hand during the incident to preserve life.
In addition to tactical training events, the Palm Coast Fire Department works cohesively with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, the Flagler Beach Police Department, the Benel Police Department, Flagler County Fire Rescue, and Flagler Beach Fire Department to answer a total of 13,344 calls for service in 2022. We are proud of all the incredible men and women who work together to protect our residents and visitors during their most difficult moments.
We look forward to continuing to work with our neighboring first responders for the betterment and protection of all who live, work, learn, and play in Palm Coast and beyond.
When we work together, there is no limit to what we can do in our city, county, region, state, and nation. Last year, after personally witnessing the dedication and fervor of nearly 6,000 military personnel on board the USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, I initiated a proclamation for the city of Palm Coast and the naval warship to become sister cities. Our proclamation affirmed that as sister cities, our two vast communities of residents will continue to share educational opportunities, common resources, and connections, to value integrity and accountability in actions and decision-making. I felt such optimism for my city while on board this calendar. It made me, on this carrier, it made me feel so grateful for the outstanding military veterans who found their way to live here in Palm Coast over the years. I thank each of you for your service. It is our duty to stay connected to Palm Coast's finest and to salute their service. Closer to home, I am proud to tell you that our relationships last year with Flagler Beach, Benel, and the county are united and strong. More so, I would say, than any other time in our history. In 2022, your Palm Coast government worked intently with Flagler County to align our priorities with the Florida legislative delegation. These priorities focus on public health and safety, community resiliency, infrastructure, conservation, and open space. You may ask, how do legislative priorities help Palm Coast residents? The answer is simple. When city and county governments' priorities align, the state of Florida is more likely to recognize our collective needs and be supportive by awarding us more funding. Hurricanes were another priority in 2022. While we were fortunate to avoid a direct hit from both Hurricanes Ian and Nicole, our area sustained damage and flooding to certain neighborhoods, especially for residents living in the woodlands. Noting a possible issue, our IT and stormwater departments sat down together to quickly develop models capable of predicting flooding conditions. Their efforts helped to give advance warning to woodlands residents who could then determine whether or not to evacuate. During the recovery phase of these storms, our public works, stormwater, engineering, utility, and fire departments joined for an all-hands-on-deck approach to ensure the appropriate resources were available in areas across neighborhoods that needed the most assistance. While emergencies are just one example, your city officials understand that advanced preparation plays a critical role in addressing most issues that face a community and its population. Our proactive position on restoration and rebuilding projects every year across the city makes a difference in the quality of life for all of us. As our city manager Denise likes to say, we are a young city with old bones. And she's absolutely correct. That's why we must take steps necessary to fortify those old bones, to keep Palmco standing straight and tall. Let's hear from our utility and stormwater departments, the genuine experts who are restoring old bones.
The City of Palm Coast is dedicated to making sure that we maintain and uphold the high-quality infrastructure that will keep us all safe. Our crews are out on our roads and in our neighborhoods every day, often working with other city departments to update and upgrade our framework.
In 2022, we restored Belterre and Royal Palms Parkways with a significant milling and resurfacing process. Other road restoration projects included Seminole Woods, Sesame, and East Hampton Boulevards.
We also completed a utility maintenance project this year on Florida Park Drive. It focused on reconstructing a section of our aging sanitary sewer system and constructing a new lift station. This will limit any further traffic obstruction when crews perform routine maintenance in the future.
We look forward to 2023, when we'll be moving forward with the much-needed expansion to Wastewater Treatment Plant 2 and Water Treatment Plant 2, as well as many other utility enhancements that will directly benefit our residents.
The milling and resurfacing project at Belterre Parkway and Royal Palms Parkway was given the green light after an independent consulting firm surveyed the roadway and determined it needed significant repair. Also in 2022, our incredible staff completed a massive utility maintenance project on Florida Park Drive. This project reconstructed a section of our sanitary sewer system and built a new lift station in a location that will reduce future traffic interference when maintenance is needed in the future. Other roadways scheduled for milling and resurfacing in 2023 are Belterre Parkway, Seminole Woods Boulevard, Sesame Boulevard, and East Hampton Boulevard. While these projects are paramount to maintaining our roads, utility infrastructure, and preserving the quality of life that our residents have come to expect, we are sensitive to the fact that they can be inconvenient for our residents. However, it is critically necessary for us to maintain our roads and utility infrastructure to keep you safe. Projects that take weeks or even months to complete are being done for the betterment of everyone and often to prevent a much more severe problem from occurring down the line. It is important to the city to look into every matter that is brought to our attention by our residents. We are committed to listening to your concerns and working towards a solution together. Many of these solutions may have a financial or environmental impact that makes a quick solution impractical. While it may take time to resolve the issue, we are determined to find a resolution that will benefit our community. We value the input of our residents and believe it is vitally important to work together to build a better future for Palm Coast. In addition to those restoration efforts, I am happy to say that other large-scale enhancements are underway to support our vision of a Palm Coast where everyone can enjoy a superb quality of life regardless of age or physical capabilities. When we think about why so many people moved to Palm Coast in recent years, I'm certain the answer points straight to our splendid parks and recreation. When it comes to sharing beauty, fun, and relaxation with family and friends, we have the epitome of why people move to Florida. Magnificent trails, wildlife, exciting recreational activities, and an abundance of sunshine to be enjoyed by all. I am so excited about the 2022-2023 leisure enrichments we're offering. Let's listen to what's going on at Parks and Recreation.
Exceptional recreational activities and events for Palm Coast residents. From community favorites like our annual Touch a Truck, Food Truck Tuesday, and Movies in the Park events, to all new programs like the Autism Spectrum Disorder Social Group. We did have something for everyone in 2022, and 2023 looks just as exciting.
That's right, 2023 will see the completion of two incredible large-scale enhancement projects at resident favorites, Waterfront Park and Lehigh Trail, as well as the groundbreaking of the Southern Recreation Center.
We will also welcome new businesses to address our residents' diverse needs and interests, and also celebrate Advent Health Palm Coast grand opening.
Awesome projects, programs, and businesses like the ones we just described would not be possible without the input of residents like you.
Thanks to your input, the future looks bright for Palm Coasters. So what are you waiting for? Get out into our great city and enjoy all it has to offer.
This coming year in Palm Coast promises much more progress to make us truly proud. Certainly, we are all anticipating the opening of a beautiful new Advent Health Hospital on Palm Coast Parkway, staffed with new physicians, nurses, and technicians, possibly trained here in town center. And where will these new medical professions and their families want to live? In 2023, we'll see the beginning stages of the inauguration of our westward frontier movement. Much like our nation's pioneers who advanced west to capture the opportunity for new land, likewise, Palm Coast residents will soon be looking west of US 1. The prospect of living the Florida dream in our abundant community will eventually draw folks to the new homes, services, and shopping that will be offered as we expand into this new frontier. It will take time and effort to expand to the westward boundaries of Palm Coast. That's why it's crucial to review our current comprehensive plan to successfully map out future planning for our next decades of growth. Comprehensive planning is an important tool that your city council uses when guiding our future development towards a safe, pleasant, and sustainable environment. And this is where we need you, our citizens, as our partners. In the coming months, you'll be encouraged to attend meetings or complete surveys or mailers to let us know how you feel about planning and building our future together. You will have ample opportunity to speak up and have your own ideas documented and your own dreams realized. In the coming months, professional facilitators along with city staff will be assisting with the plan, evaluation, and update. Whether you've lived here for a decade, a year, a month, a week, or a day, if you decide to share your feedback with us, I guarantee you'll look at Palm Coast in a more profound way than ever before. The city of Palm Coast is home to some of the most selfless and dedicated individuals I've ever met. Those who go above and beyond to serve others. These individuals embody the spirit of service and volunteerism, and it is through their tireless efforts that our community is able to thrive, which is why, at this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize 3 incredible residents who stood out in 2022 and thank them for outstanding contributions to our community. First and foremost, I want to recognize and congratulate the winner of our Public Service Award to recently retired Fire Chief Jerry Forte. An exemplary hero in our community. Jerry dedicated 32 years of his career to serving the city with the Palm Coast Fire Department, including the last several years as fire chief. Jerry started with the city as a volunteer in 1990 and worked his way up. In October of 2022, Jerry accepted his next assignment, retirement. He has always put the safety and well-being of our citizens first, and his leadership and expertise and commitment to the community and the Palm Coast Fire Department have not gone unnoticed. And we are grateful for the legacy you leave behind. Please stand. Next, I am pleased to announce that the Citizen of the Year Award goes to Pastor Charles Solano. A true leader in our community. Pastor Charlie has made an invaluable contribution through his work with the Grace Community Food Pantry and for initiating the first food-a-thon that raised over $500,000 for those in need in our community last year. The Grace Community Food Pantry serves 3,500 local families each month and provides enough food to feed a family for a week. In addition to the food pantry, Pastor Charlie is also chairman of the Open Door Reentry and Recovery Ministry, which provides housing to people overcoming substance abuse addiction. His compassion and selflessness serve as an inspiration to us all, and we are grateful for his dedication to making a difference in the lives of those around him. Pastor Charlie, is Pastor Charlie here? So, I will get to Pastor Charlie. So, even despite his absence, he most likely is out there caring for a family at this very moment. So if you see Pastor Charlie anywhere out in the community, tell him that we respect him and we cherish his work. Very good. And finally, I am honored to present the Next Generation Award to Emma Stanford. Emma has made a significant significant impact on our community through her work with Emma Loves Canines, Inc. At just 11 years old, Emma had a heart for first responders, and especially for their canine partners. She developed a nonprofit to raise money to help provide necessary resources for canine handlers, including veterinary care for retired canines, which is generally the responsibility of the handler who adopts the canine when they retire. In 2022, Governor Ron DeSantis signed Senate Bill 226 with Emma by his side. The bill provides up to $1,500 a year in reimbursements for the medical care of retired police dogs. Emma's dedication to improving the lives of our four-legged friends is truly inspiring, and she is a shining example of our bright future. Emma, please join me for your report. As I close our presentation, I can't help but feel my heart and soul going back again to October on the Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier and the optimism I felt. I'm reminded again of how our mutual interaction and connectivity on that ship personified our calling for the common good. This hopefulness reminded me of what we have together here in Palm Coast. It has built our allegiance to each other. It has been life-changing and life-strengthening. When you climb back into your car tonight, I hope you will take home a richer connection to your fellow residents. Might you feel a bit more at peace, a little more confident in the Palm Coast future is more sustainable because of our support for one another. I do so hope, I will always believe, that without each of you, there is no us. I thank you so much again for attending, and I will go off script, which makes staff always terribly nervous, only for a moment, and finish the evening off script. What you see before you is not just the mayor of the city of Palm Coast. What you see before you is a humbled and thankful soul who has been privileged to represent the tireless work of hundreds of hardworking city employees who make our city run and protect the lifestyle enjoyed by our fine residents every day. I thank every member of city staff for making this moment possible. And finally, allow me to offer my most personal thank you to my loving wife, Tammy, and daughter, Melanie, who have supported me every day in every way. And I could not be here today without their support and commitment. So I wish you all a good evening. God bless and be safe. Thank you.